Well, good afternoon, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Realty Rides. So you can tell by the cold start from the beginning of our video, this is not about our little slow Mercedes today. This is going to be all about one of the most covenant brands in automotive history, and that is called the McLaren brand. And today we're going to be discussing a lot of their models that they have, a little bit of the history. We're going to do a drive in a 765 LT here on Whidbey Island a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit about why are there so many models, so many variants and so many models that McLaren has. I mean, it's really mind-boggling almost. Well, I'll tell you really quickly, in doing the research for this video, I noticed a lot of things that were inconsistent online in terms of horsepower, torque ranges, 0 to 60 times, quarter miles, specs on cars, and what have you. So I compiled the best of the last 25 years as far as the most notable McLaren vehicles that you can buy, if you can afford it, of course, if you can afford it. That's the big if. For most of us, the entry level of a $200,000 car is out of our price range, including myself. But for those of you that can't afford it and want to go even beyond that price realm, this is the video for you. I will go over all, well, like I said, the most notable ones, because there's so many models and cars that McLaren has built over the years that it's hard to kind of keep track. McLaren was formed in 1963 by Bruce McLaren, and predominantly they've been a racing company, a racing car team over the years. And to this day, they have a famous F1 team, McLaren F1 team, that races around the world, on the circuit. And but they got involved in building cars in 1992 with the first one, which is the F1, and then they stopped building it until 2010 when they continued with the MP4 12C. So here are my most notable McLaren sport cars lined up over the past 25 years. Starting up with the 1992 to 98 years, McLaren came up with the F1. Only 105 were built. It had a 6.1-liter BMW V12, producing 618 horsepower with 650 newton meters of torque. It was attached to a 6-speed manual gearbox and had a top speed of 240 miles per hour for back in 1998, making it the fastest car in the world. In 2010, McLaren came up with the MP4 12C with a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 with 592 horsepower and 443 pounds of torque. This was attached to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, allowing it to go from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds and a top speed of 204 miles per hour. 2014 produced the 650S with a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 with 650 horsepower and 678 pounds-feet of torque with a top speed of 204 miles per hour as well. In 2015, McLaren introduced its sports series, starting with the 570S with a 3.8-liter V8, 562 horsepower with 443 pounds of torque, allowing it to go from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds and attaining a top speed of 205 miles per hour. In 2016, McLaren came up with the 675 LT, which is a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, producing 666 horsepower with 700 newton meters of torque with a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Top speed of this car was 207 miles per hour. In 2017, McLaren came up with the 720S, 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, producing 710 horsepower with 568 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, and a top speed of 212 miles per hour. In 2020, McLaren came up with the 765 LT, which we'll be showing here in a few minutes. In 2020, McLaren came up with the GT, 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with 612 horsepower, 465 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds, and a top speed of 202 miles per hour. In 2021, McLaren came up with the Artura, a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 hybrid electric with 671 horsepower, 531 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, and a top speed of 205 miles per hour. And then we have the hyper and specialty cars, starting with the McLaren P1, 3.8-liter twin-turbo with electric motor hybrid with 903 horsepower, 664 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 times of 2.7 seconds, and a top speed of 217 miles per hour. Followed by the McLaren Speedtail hybrid powertrain with 1,035 horsepower, torque, which still needs to be determined, 0 to 60 times of 2.9 seconds, and a top speed of blistering 250 miles per hour. Followed by a really insane car called the McLaren Elva, a roofless speedster hypercar with a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with 804 horsepower and 595 pound-feet of torque. Top speed, 203 miles per hour. You need to have helmets on with this car. And finally, in honor of Ayrton Senna, the F1 driver, we have the McLaren Senna with a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 producing 789 horsepower with 590 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, and a top speed of 211 miles per hour. A 765 LT. This is the step above the 720S. It is the LT, stands for long tail, which is that spoiler that's on the back of the car that also acts as an air brake and provides additional aero for this car at speed. The LT is an amazing car. It's a track-focused vehicle that McLaren came up with. It's right in the same league as the Senna and on the P1, which are a little bit more money and a little bit more power. This car produces about 755 horsepower and has been dynoed at over 800. And this is an amazing automobile, absolutely amazing. This belongs to a viewer here on Whidbey Island, and it's an absolute honor to profile and look at this car and review it for a few minutes. It's sitting on P0 Trofeo tires. It has a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. It has a twin turbocharged V8 engine producing about 765 horsepower, and it's just an amazing automobile. Titanium exhausts. It has the beautiful optioned roof scoop on top that provides additional aero for the engine. It has all sorts of carbon fiber treatments on it. The whole car, by the way, is carbon fiber. It's an absolute beast of an automobile. Anyway, so here we go into the 765 LT, and it's kind of a handful to get inside, but it's so incredibly cool. So it has, of course it's not on right now, but I just want to show you what the interior looks like. All carbon fiber. The top is carbon fiber. The bottom sills of the door is carbon fiber. It's got Alcantara leather. Actually, it's got suede sealing on top. And look at the top here on the side. Carbon fiber. And it's just absolutely magnificent. Okay, we're taking Bert's favorite road here. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Whoa! Woo! Oh my God! Oh my Lord! I think I just lost my lunch. Oh my God. That was unbelievable. I think my phone just cut. You want to do it again?
Yeah.
All right, be careful. Watch out for deer. Whoa! Oh my God.
Now you know you've been in a fast.
Oh, that's absolutely the truth. My car will never feel the same after today.
No, usually they don't.
Spoiling me, man. I'm gonna sell everything and buy one of these. Oh my God, this is amazing.